Hi folks, I'm Steve Judd, professional astrologer with nearly 35 years consultative experience, and these are my forecasts for the month of June 2015. Enjoy. And this is the global forecast for June 2015. Looking at the big picture, the Uranus-Pluto square, which is fading away now, it's 2 degrees apart and getting further apart. There'll still be isolated flashpoints later in the year, particularly already flagging up second week December this year. Red alert, big one coming in. Astrologers check that one, second week of December. But these are echoes and reverbs now. Pluto and Neptune Neptune goes retrograde in the middle of this month. Pluto's going retrograde already. So we're beginning to see these planets fade more into the background. The intensity of recent months is beginning to fade. Uranus is still moving forward, but even he's slowing down. And he's bringing change into a number of individual lives. No big deal on the global stage, at least not in a challenging way. Saturn is retrograding back from Sagittarius back into Scorpio. He actually moves back into Scorpio on the 15th. It's not going to have a major impact on the world, I don't think, but I do expect a lot of stuff over the last 2.5 years that's not been finally cleared up, especially around the issues that Saturn and Scorpio has brought up worldwide, i.e. the abuse of financial power through bankers and the sexual abuse of children and women over the years by celebrities, politicians and clergy. So I do expect Saturn in Scorpio from mid-June onwards for 3 months to revisit these issues and still clear up a lot more rubbish before he finally moves back into Sagittarius in September and then firmly gets fundamentalism in his sights and starts dealing with that properly and once and for all. But Saturn's not aspecting Uranus, Neptune or Pluto at this time. Jupiter is rocketing through Leo now. He's in the third week of Leo. The third quarter of Leo, he's really picking up speed, and we're going to see a lot of people beginning to go over the top over the coming month and making wild assumptions, but we're also going to see a lot of real windows of opportunity for a lot of individuals coming in. Jupiter is not really aspecting Neptune or Pluto, or for that matter Saturn. However, Jupiter is trining Uranus. This has been going on for a long time, 6 to 7 months, and it's getting to a peak in the middle of June. Jupiter trines Uranus precisely on the 22nd of June. Jupiter in Leo, Uranus in Aries, very creative. A trine is creative anyway. Aries, Uranus, innovative, novel, stimulating, futuristic, independent, human rights, self-motivated. Jupiter in Leo, childlike, not childish, creative, large, loud, dynamic, showy, flowy, but also big with it, good with it. Normally comes through. Jupiter trine Uranus in fire signs does speak of quite a degree of innovation, potentially stimulating breakthroughs, certainly some type of financial breakthrough, I would hope, in a way that's quite revolutionary. Perhaps we'll see Bitcoin or something similar to that resurging. This is all shaping up for the end of June. It is at the daily level that concerns me more than the bigger picture. Neither the new moon in Gemini on the 16th nor the full moon in Sagittarius on the 2nd are making big aspects to other planets in the sky, but they're both generally healthy. Venus in Leo doesn't concern me that much. It's a generally nice position. I particularly look forward to the spectacular light show we will have at the end of June, when we will see both Venus and Jupiter in the same place in the sky. Now that will be a pretty sight, almost like the Star of Bethlehem. Now, my concern at the daily level is by twofold. Firstly, retrograde Mercury in Gemini until the 11th, so you can be absolutely sure that nothing you read, hear or believe in the newspapers or media is going to be the actuality. We're not going to get any type of clarity on the veracity of information until we're into probably the third week of June, certainly from the 11th, 12th onwards. Add to this that Mars is in Gemini, which is creating a degree of impatience around communication and information flow, and there's the need for resolution before thought almost. So you're going to see a few headless chickens in the first couple of weeks of this month making wild statements and getting things completely out of proportion. So I expect the usual suspects, i.e. North Korea, Syria, to kick in with ostentatious shows of force or something like that. Probably Israel as well. No big deal. No big deal. By the time Mars moves into Cancer at the end of June, then we'll start seeing the posturing slow down and the real new deals beginning to emerge. But that's not going to happen this month. If the planet Earth for my client and all the people on it were one part of that client, I would be saying to them that this last 4 or 5 months has been rather damaging and that they're still raw and sore, and that the process of May, the licking of wounds, the healing, the recovering is still going on into June, and it isn't going to be until the second half of June that they're going to be ready to start re-emerging. So my advice to the planet in general is to, at least in the first half of June, to chill out and only come back out to play again from the second half of the month. Have a good month. See you next time. There you go, folks. I hope that was helpful, interesting and fun. Big thank you to all those people who send the donations in each month. It's only because of you guys that I keep this site advert free. I hate advertising, and it's because of those donations that I'm able to do it. So big thank you for that. I'm in the UK now for a good few months. I'm going to be in London and Manchester doing workshops in the near future. Watch the website for details. I'll be here this time next month. Meantime, have a great June. Bye.